What's up, everybody? This is Case from Systemic Caseism. Look, I'm not trying to brag here, but it's going to sound like I'm bragging. All right, I'm impressed with my dog's ability to aim his piss. Like, his urine stream, the level of skill required to aim at something you can't see is pretty awesome. My dog's name is Tink. He's a pugwawa. He always hits his mark, and he's got to go by feeling. Like, if we walk by a stop sign, he can hit that stop sign. And it's crazy because he can't even see his penis. It is remarkably small. And he doesn't even have to look at it at all. He is looking straight forwards, but he will blast a mailbox, a stop sign, a tall blade of grass with lethal precision. And I am not trying to brag, but my penis is way bigger than my dog's. And I can see it. But at like 3 o'clock in the morning, when I wake up to take a piss, I suck at hitting the target. You know, I've got the ability to hold and aim, but for some reason, at 3 a.m., like, I gotta wait to hear the splash. And fellas, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you're kind of stumbling, you're pissed off that it's the fifth time that you had to get up to go to the bathroom, and you're just waiting to hear the splash. And you know you sprayed somewhere, like, oh, damn it, I hear it on the shower curtain. Like, look, ladies, don't get upset, all right? I lift the seat. I'm not an animal. Because I've heard endless complaining about that, and it's been conditioned into me to lift up the seat. As far as hitting the mark, though, I've always got to go in the next morning and sort of like take a look, because I got bad aim. I'm not an animal. I just have bad aim. So do what you will with that. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. I will see you later. Learn to aim better. I'm going to practice that this week, I swear. You know, I don't know how you practice aiming, but I think you got to do it by feel, because I'm pretty much blind at 3 a.m. You know, like when you wake up at 3 a.m. to piss, you're not seeing the way you would when you're awake, and you're mainly going by feel. That's that. That is that. So, one more quick story. I used to have a condition called cluster headaches, which are like real bad headaches. All right, they call them. Well, it's YouTube, so I guess I got to call them unaliving yourself headaches, right? And they plagued me. Right before I was about to break out into a cycle, I would start sleepwalking, and I would usually wake up in the backyard with my pants down, going to the bathroom. And I don't know, maybe I should start doing that again. Not the sleepwalking part, but instead of going for the toilet, like, go to the lanai, go out back, and pee in the yard. Because it doesn't matter then. And I get to mark my territory. So, through my own sheer brilliance, I've just figured out a solution that ought to make the wife happy. All right, everybody, have a good night. Much love. Peace.